out there again. Be smart, be sharp, don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's gonna pop you off.
If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
Reaction is second to none.
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere, look at this! The big Ukrainian in big trouble! And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once, they know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
And he scores with the counter. Misses with the straight left. There's a counter shot. One punch can change anything when these two step in the ring. Can't find a home for that jab. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
There's the bell for round 3. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Beautiful counter punch. Is he going to punch himself out, though? They are giving us a high-tempo show. Do you believe what we're seeing? Good counter punching. Two are the perfect dance partners.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Can't score with that hook again. A perfect counter lands. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get... Back at it in round 4. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? Excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They exchange punches. Confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through?
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Missing with the hook. fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Hook misses. Hey, those punches add up. You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. What would you tell? Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? It's all offense all the time. They blocked the left there. As we burn through these rounds, this aggressive fighter continues to come forward, seemingly with endless energy, John.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Miss for that jab. Perfect punch. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Yet. You gotta go back out there and win this round. Get it? Great work. I love it. I love it. That jab's slick. Posted for this entire fight. And now you've let him back in. Now it's gonna be a tough. Change too much. Keep doing what you're doing. The gaps will appear. Turns away. Go out, and in the first minute, stick him in the end of your...
They're coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
Can't find a home in that jab. Beautiful counter shot. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice counter shot. They threw the hook. It didn't land. And down goes Alexander Usyk. And as we see it again in slow motion, there's no doubt that body punch right there.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. Here comes round 7. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
He threw a punch and just got countered. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
I want to think of holding on here for a minute. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Counter punch right up the middle. Nice counter shot. The straight right just misses. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. We'll see how much... And there's the bell for round 8. They let it all hang out in the last round. What do they got left?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
How about that time counter shot? Perfect counter shot. Good counter punch. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Big whiff with the right hook. He blocks the jab. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Both men step back for just a moment. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. No surprise. What a beautiful day for a fight. We are live at the Empire Fight Camp. My name is Todd Grisham. Alongside me, former world champion Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you.
Time for our tale of the tape. Up first is Juan Manuel Marquez. Juan Manuel Marquez, fighting out of Mexico City, a world champion in 4 different weight classes. Vasily the Matrix Lomachenko, Ukraine's finest. He's a former world champion in multiple weight classes.
Look at this. These fighters are so up for it. Look at that.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, and now from Mexico City, here is the Hall of Fame 4-division champion of the world, Juan Manuel Dinamita Marquez. Fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the 2-time Olympic gold medalist from Ukraine, a tremendous 3-division champion of the world, Vasily Lomachenko.
How will these two fighters handle the outdoors? We're fighting under the sun here for this big showdown.
You can't beat a good old-fashioned rivalry. When there's guts, when there's feeling, when there's heart involved, that's when you get a good fight, one-on-one.
What a great venue, and what a great matchup. Cannot wait for this one. Great to have you with us for this all-action affair. We expect big things, and I don't think we're going to be disappointed. Swinging. They have no respect for each other's punching power. Big swing and a miss with the hook. Considering we're outside in this sold-out arena, it almost feels like the Roman Colosseum and 2 gladiators going at it.
If you are on the losing side of this fight, and the heat is on, it's the worst place to be, so you've got to make sure you prepped right for this. And right now, I'm looking at a fight that doesn't look like they're prepped right.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice counter shot. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. When are we going to see a jab from these two? We wanted action, and they are delivering. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Marquez in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You can't...
Now relax.
And there's the bell for round 2. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on the end. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
To beat a counterpuncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
The straight right just misses. Good counterpunching. You Gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
That counter shot lands. Good counter punch. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one.